Welcome to day 645 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed Krassenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are sponsored by NFT Tech, their investor in DeSoFi. And to start off the show, we have some sad news for you. Yesterday, DeSo OG Gabby, she made a post on DeSo about another OG, Dorisha Vire. And I'm sure if you've been on DeSo for any amount of time, you know who Dorisha was. She was always so active in the community, so kind to the community, but she sadly passed away recently. So I just want to give my best wishes to her family, her friends, if they're seeing this video. It's just very tragic news. She was such a young person. She was an Indonesian woman who was very successful running several businesses. Like I said, if you're on DeSo, she was so kind to everyone. She was so engaged in the community. She ran a company called DVA Organic. She was very loved by this community as well. There's a good article about her at thebizladies.com, and it talks about her success in her businesses, but it also talked about her diagnosis with lupus back in 2018. I don't know if that's what ended up killing her or we don't know how she passed away, but it's a good read. I'm kind of just speechless. I don't know what you say here, but rest in peace, Dorisha. You will be missed.
Yeah, it's really sad. I just remember Dorisha. She always reply to our videos and re-share our videos and always have a positive comment. So, rest in peace.
Yeah, so let's move on. It's kind of a hard job to move on from that to the 2020 Krassenstein Awards. I mean, I feel kind of
2022.
2022 Krassenstein Awards, but let's do it. Let's hope 2023 can bring better things to everyone. But we want to talk about the Krassenstein Awards, and Brian, you want to take over here?
Yeah, so we made a list of rewards that we want to give out, and you're not
Awards,
getting
not
anything
rewards.
but
Awards.
awards. Yeah, you're not getting a reward. These are just awards, and the only thing you get is we mention you on the show, which is like worthless. But the most active developer on DeSo goes to It's a has been doing a great job building so much. I can't even keep up with everything he's building. The most helpful user on DeSo, it has to go to Goldberry, just because we're a little bit selfish and she always sends us tips for our news show, but I'm sure she's helping other people out as well. So thank you, Goldberry. I think our show would probably have half the news without you.
Yeah, probably about it.
The smartest person or people on DeSo, and this is kind of a joke because I'm sure there's a lot of really smart people on DeSo, but the award will go to Darian Parrish and Salil Sethi, just because.
It's not a joke that they're smart. It's just it's hard to really say. We're not giving everybody IQ tests, right?
Right, exactly. The kindest on DeSo, Sean Slater. Sean is amazing. Giving diamonds out to everybody. Not that giving diamonds out is the only signal that you're kind. But he's very engaged in the community, always has a positive attitude, always giving great feedback on things. So thank you, Sean Slater.
And it's hard to really pick one person for all these. Obviously, there's probably dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of super kind people in DeSo. And we're not saying Sean Slater's definitely more kind, but we had to pick somebody, so we picked Sean.
We literally took like 10 minutes before the show to make this list. So it didn't have a lot of thought, but these people definitely are the ones that popped into our heads. The hardest workers on DeSo, it's going to go to M. Van Halen, Martijn Van Halen, who is our partner. Maybe we're a little bit biased, but he works his butt off for sure at NFTZ. And Ado and DeSocial World, they are amazing. They're constantly iterating. They're constantly rolling out new things, constantly pushing forward. Even if things are slow down a little bit, they're constantly rolling out new things and getting people excited again. So definitely has to go to Ado as well. The top DeSo philosopher, Whale Shark ETH. So Whale Shark came on. He has so much good information. This probably last year would have went to Dharmesh Shah because he always gave like these great philosophical DeSo posts.
Yeah,
But whale sharks,
and
go
I
ahead.
also want to say meta philosopher, it was a close race between the two, but meta philosopher won another award, so we gave this one to Whale Shark Heath.
Yeah, that one's coming up. So the NFT collection of the year. This was a hard one to pick, but we're going using some stats, and Unicat is the winner. Unicat is created by Misha CG. Amazing series. It's iconic on DeSo. If you haven't seen it, you're probably not using DeSo.
I don't know if it
And
was really that hard to pick. I think it's just obvious.
yeah, and I think last year it probably
Yeah.
would have been Clout Punk or something like that, or Illuminati, the Rowdy
Rowdies.
Reptilians or something like that. But the NFT collector of the year, and like Ed said, meta philosopher, bidding on NFTs almost on a constant basis, definitely keeping the NFT space vibrant on DeSo. So thanks, meta philosopher.
Indeed. So I just want to move on to some other news on DeSo. Future P made an interesting post on DeSo yesterday, and Nader replied saying that the diamond should really have view counts. He said, hopefully soon. So we talked about this. I think we talked about it a couple days ago, where it would be nice to have view counts on every post. I think I'd like to take another step farther and allow for blockchain wide view count. So if you make a post on Diamond or DeSocial World or NFTZ, it tabulates views on all those nodes. And then if you, let's say you go to that post on any of these nodes, you could hover over a little icon or something and show number of posts you have on each node, maybe the top 5 or the top 10 nodes. But I think that would be interesting just to see like how many views your posts or your NFTs are getting on various nodes throughout the DeSo ecosystem.
Yeah, I'd love to see that for sure. Uh, and speaking of awards, somebody that we left out that we probably shouldn't are two people, Michelle Lourdes and William Laurent. They have been super active in the community, doing amazing things both on and off of DeSo. But they have an upcoming Twitter space this coming Wednesday, January 4th. And it's going to feature some big guests outside of DeSo, Crypto Wendy and Six Figs. It's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern time, January 4th, like I mentioned. If you haven't been to one of their Twitter spaces, definitely go. There's so much good information. And Michelle and William, they do a great job moderating the discussion. I just love it. I think I've been to every one so far.
Yeah,
But also,
no, but
William Laurent.
first I want to chime in on this. It's a good idea to go to William Laurent's Twitter account, and you'll see the set up Twitter space, and you can click on attending, and then you'll be notified when that event is starting. And you can also go to William Laurent's profile on your mobile device on Twitter and click on the little notification icon and then click on spaces. So whenever he's a speaker in a space, you'll be notified because he has a wealth of information to provide. The same goes for Michelle Lourdes.
Yeah, and something else William Laurent was doing. He was actually a guest on BitBoy's show yesterday. So if you're involved in crypto at all, you know who BitBoy is, probably one of the bigger influencers within the crypto space. But he was a guest on the show. Congrats, William. Well deserved. Like I said, you have a wealth of knowledge, and it's a wonder why you aren't on all these other shows that are out there, all these other crypto inspired shows, because I think your opinion matters and your knowledge is definitely something that people should be tuning into.
Yeah, so maybe he should have been the smartest guy on DeSo. Maybe
Yeah,
next year, William just had to get a little bit smarter to catch up to Darian and Salil.
yeah.
So Bundle DAO, we talked about them yesterday. Their funding round has closed. Of course, Bundle DAO is created by DeSo OG Slava. They raised $1,339. So congratulations to Bundle DAO for that. They will have a future raise in 2023. And I'm expecting big things from Bundle DAO next year. I think they have a path forward, and I think we're going to see them expand and be integrated more.
Yeah, and they can get something out there. They can get like a beta version out, and then they can start another round to raise additional capital if they need to. So I'm glad that they raised some, and I know Slava is working his butt off to get things moving forward.
Yep. And Shark Gang, they made an announcement that they're going to have new Shark Gang NFTs being released today. So stay tuned for that if you haven't checked out Shark Gang. It was actually an NFT project that moved from another chain to DeSo. I forget which chain it was, but they moved over to DeSo and they've begun selling NFTs on the DeSo blockchain. So check those out if you haven't already. As many of you know, NFTZ.me is the only place where you can view and post live timed DeSo NFT auctions. Just go to NFTZ.me/auctions, and you can see all the auctions that are ending in the next few days that have the live timer on them. I want to highlight a few that end in the next 24 hours. Mr. Person 177 has some of his pixelated NFTs up for auction. These are really cool. They're characters that he's created. Check those out. They end around around 12:10 p.m. Eastern time today. SBAT has some of their AI art up for auction ending today with no minimum bid, so you can get them very affordably at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. And Mir Kili is auctioning off a Unicat number 304. So if you haven't been here, you get one on the primary market. You can grab one on the secondary market. Number 304 ends at 5:15 p.m. today Eastern time.
Yeah, and I want to get to the top NFT bidders on the DeSo blockchain over the last 24 hours, according to NFTZ. They are as follows: Crafty Grandma, The Real Hattori H, OTZ Gallery, Crypto Junkie, Johan Holmberg, Studio Richards, Spunk Art, Dan Pascal, and Bon Bon. And the top diamond creators over the last 24 hours on the DeSo blockchain. Thanks to our friends at Alton Base for this list. These people received the most diamonds or tips on their posts and replies on DeSo in the last day. Skin Lover was first, followed by Elric Ericos, JD Armstrong, Now and Then, Happy Rabbit, Goldberry, Darian Parrish, Dr. Moz, Jay Happy, and Sean Slater. It's nice to see 3 of the award recipients in this list, because that means at least they're getting something. They're getting paid back some for all of their hard work.
Yeah, and that's all the news we have for today. Everybody have a great end of your 2022 and a great start to your 2023, and we'll talk to you tomorrow on New Year's. Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New
Happy New
Year's
Year.
Eve.